In Wonderfront today. How are you feeling? What were the vibes? Are you nervous at all when you play festivals like this? Is it just whatever?
I'm honestly nervous about my yacht stage performance at 4:45 because just yesterday I figured out I'm doing it acoustic. So
Yeah.
I haven't even practiced anything acoustic. I play with a full band, so I don't even know what the hell I'm gonna do. Like till right now, and it's like what 3 p.m., 2:30. So after this, I got one more interview, and then I'm gonna go like try to figure out a set, I guess. But no, I'm not. I get excited, man. I'm not. I've played so many shows in my life now, in small rooms, in big rooms. Festivals are usually an amazing vibe. We're going to be playing at 7:25, like on the, like with the sun setting pretty much, and right by the water on that stage. So I'm actually really excited to play our set tonight at 7:25. Closing out the Harbor Club stage. I think it'll be a fun time. My band's locked in. We've been on tour for 5 weeks. So we're literally driving up in a van today, you know what I mean? So that we've been living out of pretty much for 5 weeks. So yeah, we're pretty locked in. I hope everything goes smoothly. And even if it doesn't, I think we'll be okay. Yeah, so I'm just excited. I don't really get nervous anymore, I don't think.
Yeah.
I get more nervous for small shows than big
Really?
shows. When there's like 20 people and they're like friends of yours,
Less eyes on you.
you're like, fuck. You're like, this is like, I can't let them down, or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Talking about the album, Beautiful Blue Collar Boy. How has that been resonate with fans? And when you're playing those shows, how's that been?
It's great, man. Yeah, I mean, we only play 3 or 4 songs off of it, more like the singles, off of the project. This is kind of like give or take BabyJake greatest hits run, tour run. Like we're playing like a lot of the hits and a lot of the songs people want to hear. But yeah, I mean, it resonates well. Like when it's your real fan base. And it's nice to go on like my own headline tour run, even though it's not huge venues, 250 to 350 cap venues. But like,
Yeah.
if those fans are, if it's a packed house in Seattle on a Monday night, they're there because they love you and they know the song. So it's been really awesome to hear like, true fans that are not just fans of the big songs, but also the smaller songs or the B sides or the C sides singing the lyrics. It's amazing. But yeah, we're playing 3 or 4 songs off of it, and I love that album. I think it was a success. Regardless of whether it did 100 million views or not. So, yeah.
And when you were releasing the albums and working on that, do like the views and streams matter too much to you? I mean, does it really play like a big factor when you're making an album in the first place?
I don't pay attention to it when I'm making it. Afterwards, I pay a little attention, but like, it's a win, man. Just to put something out and be confident about it in the world is a win. So, I consider it a win. Like I said, like I'm very excited about it and happy about it, and just happy to be able to do this for a living. I feel really blessed to be able to go and play music. I think there was a period in time where I kind of fell out of love with music, but now I'm fully in love with it again, and just happy to be creating what I want and putting out what I want and touring and being able to see people's reactions, to the music.
Yeah, and you've been pretty open about the genre shifting between pop and all, and going from LA to Nashville. And
yeah, and everything. Like, I mean, now I'm releasing house music, so it's like BabyJake's, the way I view BabyJake now is like library of sound more than an artist. I just want people to go and like have a good time. And like I've been putting out the house music the last 6 weeks because I want to be able to DJ too. Like I want to be able to go play a rock show and then be like, after party tonight, 100 people only, DM me for the list or whatever, and just go DJ and like play some like chill house music. Like I'm stoked for Peggy Goo tonight. Peggy Goo is a huge influence of mine. Freddie Gibbs is awesome too, but like I've just been such a Peggy Goo fan for so long. BabyJake has always been everything. I think it's because I was learning who I was as a person. I signed my first record deal at 19 as BabyJake, so it's like I'm 28 now. I've almost been doing it for 9.5, almost 10 years.
Yeah.
So now I know who I am, and it's fun to have this project, BabyJake specifically, be so many different things. That's kind of the goal with it now. It's just like put out what I want, make what I want, create a library of sound, because that's really what it is.
And do you think because of that, like you feel more you the most when you're on stage because like you can shift between whatever you want and you have no limits because of that?
Yeah, I mean it's a hard tie like between creating the music in the studio, because I'm a nerd. Like I produce all my own shit. Like Beautiful Blue Collar Boy, I produced 13 out of 15 songs myself on the deluxe album, right? There's 2 songs, Bottom of a Dirty Shoe I did with a friend, and Ariani I did with a friend, but I was also a co-producer on. So the rest of it I literally produced myself, and co-mixed myself. So it's like I'm a big time nerd. I love production. I love writing. I have all the I got the 1970 Yamaha piano at my house, the 1962 Rhodes, like
Yeah.
all the gear, and I love to make music, but I really love to perform music as well. So it's a hard tie for me. Some days I prefer to make it. Some days I prefer to perform it. Social media is definitely like a hard third. That's like not part. Like I do not enjoy social media.
It's pretty interesting you say that because I like doing these interviews today so far. They've also mentioned like you feel like you have to balance the balancing act of doing social media and also promoting your music and
Yeah, for BabyJake, like I don't really. I'm lucky enough to have a base now where I don't have to focus on it that much, but it never came naturally to me. Like I was always a writer first and a music guy first. I wasn't like a streamer or a YouTuber or TikToker or a content creator. So
yeah.
it's definitely difficult, but I try to just be true to myself, especially nowadays, and post shit that I'm excited about. Like I love to post about being on the road because I'm on the road. So yeah, it's definitely a third for me, but tied for first place is definitely recording the music and making the music because there's something about the creation of creating something that's really addictive. But performing on stage is great too. Creating, you don't really have bad days. Performing, you still have bad days sometimes. So
And can that be humbling for you? Or
very,
yeah.
very humbling. I mean, yeah, especially when it's in front of a big crowd. Like, then you're like, it was our fault. Like, it wasn't their fault. It was our fault. They were here, and we had a bad night. And that happens. That happens. It usually happens when you get a little too comfortable. That's why I try to stay humble in general. Like, I really believe in myself a lot, but I try to always be like, you can be better. I can do better. I can always do better. And I think I learned that a lot from my dad. My dad's like 74 years old and still working. I'm like, why are you still working? He's like, what am I going to do? If I retire, I'm going to play golf and die in 3 years. It's true. It's true. It's like he loves what he does and he wants to keep growing. It's not about the money. It's not about, how big it can get. It's just like the growth of him being able to, same thing with me. For me, putting out a song and playing a song, that's like addicting to me, and if I didn't do that, I don't know what I would be doing,
Yeah. And when you started out, you dropped out of college and had that
Yeah.
experience happen. Do you feel like you're more grateful for that now, knowing you're able to go 10 years with the music you've been able to make?
Yeah, it feels better now to be able to yeah, totally. To be able to not worry so much. I mean, I'm still worry about bills, like normal people, obviously, but it feels good to make a living off of music. A lot of people don't get the blessing to do that. So yeah, my parents are a lot happier that it worked out because for 2 years my mom just thought I was a drug dealer. She's like, you're always gone late at night. I'm like, I'm making music, I promise. We had a bad relationship for a couple of years because it was just a misunderstanding. She's an immigrant from Lithuania. For her, coming to the States was all about he can be a doctor, he could be an engineer.
Yeah.
I didn't get that opportunity. She didn't get that opportunity, And then for me to drop out of school and be like, I want to sing. It's like, you're a bum, But it worked out, so I'm very thankful,
Yeah. I mean, we're students that are from San Diego State, college students. What would you say to those musicians who would want to work starting out in college and having those house shows and getting through it?
I would first say don't drop out. I think that was a bad move on my... Well, I'm not going to say bad move because a lot happened for me, but I could have done it and been in school. I just hated school and it wasn't for me.
Yeah.
But I would encourage everybody to get the backup plan. I don't have a backup plan. My only plan is music, And I don't have a degree. I couldn't go and get a finance job or a business job if I wanted to, It would be very difficult for me. So I think it's really if you think you can do both, you should do both. But enjoy those house shows, man. The journey is way more fun than when you're there. You think you're gonna be way happier when you have a gold record or whatever, but the journey was the coolest part. The journey of writing out, signing a deal, being with one of the biggest managers in the world, X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
That's great.
Well, just one last question to finish off. What do you wish more people understood about you as an artist?
What do I wish people understood?
Just being an artist in general, what comes with it?
That's a great question. I wish that people understood it's a real fucking job. It's a regular job. yeah, we get to go play on a stage. Yeah, we get to record music, but like people think tour is like you go, you play, you get like afterwards you get fucked up, you know, you go drink, you go party, you go sleep around, whatever it is. Like
Yeah.
it's really not like that. Like I don't even drink anymore. I'm sober, so it's like I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't do anything. So it's like I wish people understood that it's like a regular job. You know, you like when you're on tour, you're back to back, sometimes 3 shows in a row, sometimes 4 shows in a row. You're traveling 8-9 hours, you know, between those shows. Sometimes fucking 18 hours. You know, so it's like a lot of people, a lot of friends don't understand the business at all, and I wish that people just would understand that it's like another job. You know, it's not like, oh, we just have free reign to do whatever we want. Maybe back in the day, maybe when you were the Rolling Stones in the 70s and like,
Yeah, sure. Why not?
you know, they held your hand to walk on the airplane. But nowadays it's like there's so many artists, there's so much music. If you're going to be a stuck-up snob about it, not humble and not work hard, they'll just pass you up, go to the next people, whether it's your label, your management, whatever. Like so many opportunities, but at the same time it's the best time to be in music, you know? It's anybody, the barrier to entry is like $500.
Yeah.
You know, and you can make a hit record in your bedroom for $500. That's amazing. So it's amazing and it's horrible. It's amazing because it allows everybody the opportunity. It's horrible because it lets a lot of shit seep through the cracks.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah, I would say like just for people to understand that it's a real career. You know, like it's not, you don't just get to have fun all the time. Actually, 10% of it's fun. 90% of it's like you're driving in a fucking van or bus or flying or coordinating or doing whatever or prepping or rehearsing or having bad days, you know, whatever. So it's a hard thing for people to understand, but I think the more that artists talk about it, the more that it is understood.